chosen one. They didn't want you to know about this sixth step. Not because it's hidden, but because only a select few ever reach it. Those who've walked the deepest paths of self-discovery, faced their shadows, and returned with clarity and purpose. You see, this step isn't for everyone. It's not something that can be taught or explained to those who aren't ready. It's a threshold, reserved for the rare few who have the courage to embody what they've become and take the next leap into the unknown. Why didn't they want you to know? Because this step isn't just about you. It's about your impact, your ability to shape the world around you. When you reach this level of awakening, you become unstoppable, not through force, but through presence, intention, and light. They feared what would happen if more of you stepped into this power because it changes everything. And now, here you are, standing on the edge of this revelation. The sixth step, the bridge between personal transformation and collective evolution. You are not here by accident. You've been called, chosen to take this step. And the question is, will you answer? You've come this far, and now the journey shifts. The sixth step isn't a continuation of the path you've been walking. It's a transformation. A call not just to see the world differently, but to move through it differently. To act, not as the person you were, but as the awakened soul you've become. This is the call of conscious service. It's subtle at first, like a whisper. A thought that says, what more can I give? What more can I do? But then it grows. It begins to pulse in every corner of your being, impossible to ignore. You start to see opportunities everywhere, moments where your presence could make a difference, where your light could change the course of someone else's story. This step isn't about striving or achieving. It's about aligning. It's about recognizing that your journey has given you gifts, wisdom, authenticity, compassion, and now those gifts aren't just for you. They were meant to be shared, to be lived in service of something greater. You are being called to step into a role that goes beyond your personal awakening, to become a guide, a healer, a catalyst for others who are still searching in the dark. And here's the truth, this isn't a step you take with hesitation or doubt. The sixth step demands boldness because it requires you to expand. It asks you to look at the world, not as it is, but as it could be. It invites you to see every interaction, every moment, as an opportunity to plant seeds of transformation. You are no longer just a participant in the story of life, you are now a co-creator. This is your calling, to move beyond yourself and into the collective. To answer the question that every awakened soul eventually faces, what will I do with the power I've found? The answer lies ahead, waiting for you to step into it. Now that you've heard the call, it's time to understand what it truly means to step into this new role. The sixth step is not a simple decision. It's a shift in everything you've learned, everything you've become. It's about aligning your actions with your purpose. You see, every choice you make now carries weight. No longer are you driven by the pursuit of personal gain or validation. Now you are driven by something far more powerful, the desire to create a positive impact in the world around you. A life aligned with purpose isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters most. Every action becomes intentional. Whether it's a word you speak, a gesture you make, or a cause you support, it all flows from the deep well of your awakening. The world around you starts to respond to this alignment, and that response is powerful. People begin to feel the difference, the sincerity, the unwavering commitment to truth and love that you now embody. You become a beacon of possibility, a reflection of the higher potential that lies within every soul. This is also the moment when you realize that your wisdom isn't just for your own growth, it's for the world. The knowledge you've gained on your journey, the truths you've uncovered, the strength you've built, it's all meant to be shared. Whether it's through teaching, mentoring, writing, or simply living as an example, the wisdom you carry is a gift. The sixth step asks you to share it with others, to light the way for those still in the darkness. And when you share, you don't just give, you multiply. Your wisdom becomes a catalyst for the awakening of others, creating ripples that spread far beyond what you could ever imagine. You also begin to see that the world is not separate from you. It's not in them. There is no division between you and the other, no boundary between the awakened and the sleeping. When you truly step into this space, you recognize the interconnectedness of all things. The sixth step is the realization that we are all part of the same web, and our actions, no matter how small, reverberate through the whole. The suffering of one is the suffering of all, and the joy of one is the joy of all. To live with this awareness is to live in unity, not just with others, but with the very pulse of life itself. And here's where the shift deepens. The sixth step is a call to service that has no expectation of return. There's no need for recognition, no desire for reward. The service you offer is born from pure compassion, from a genuine desire to help, heal, and uplift. It's a giving that comes from the heart, not the ego. And in this selfless giving, you find the deepest fulfillment because you are in alignment with the flow of the universe. You are a part of something much greater than yourself, and in that, you find your truest purpose. Now that you understand the essence of this step, let's talk about why it's so essential. The sixth step isn't just another phase in your personal evolution, it's the key that unlocks the full potential of the collective. You see, your awakening, your transformation, wasn't just for you. It was always meant to ripple outward, to touch the lives of those around you and beyond. And here's the truth. When you step into this role of conscious service, you are no longer just an individual. You become a catalyst. Your actions, your choices, your very presence have the power to influence the world in ways you may not even fully comprehend. Think about it. Every time you extend a hand, share your wisdom, or act from a place of pure love, you create a ripple. That ripple doesn't stop with the person in front of you. It spreads, touching lives that you may never even meet. This is how change happens, not through grand gestures alone, but through the quiet, consistent acts of kindness, wisdom, and service that you give freely. Your conscious actions become a force of nature, transforming not just the lives of those you interact with, but the very energy of the world. And this is where the real power of the sixth step lies, in the understanding that the impact you have is limitless. As you align yourself with a universal flow, you begin to tap into a collective energy that is far greater than anything you could ever achieve alone. Your work isn't about building your individual legacy. It's about building something bigger, something that will outlive you, something that will continue to grow and evolve long after you've taken your place among the stars. This step calls you to think beyond the small, personal victories and embrace the bigger picture. The world is awakening, and it needs you. Your unique contribution, the gifts you've cultivated, the wisdom you've gained, is the medicine the world has been waiting for. And when you step into your full power, when you choose to serve with an open heart and an unwavering commitment to the collective good, you become part of something much larger than yourself. The world is changing, and the sixth step is your invitation to be a part of that change. It's the reminder that your light doesn't just illuminate your own path, it lights the way for everyone who crosses it. This is not just about your spiritual journey anymore. It's about the journey we are all taking together. And every action you take in service, no matter how small, sends out a wave that contributes to the global awakening. And now we come to the final piece of this transformation, the moment when everything you've learned, everything you've become, all converges into one powerful truth. You are not here to save the world. You are here to serve it. This is where the sixth step truly unfolds, in the practice of service without expectation. It's the understanding that your role in the world is not to take, but to give. Not to demand, but to offer. Not to seek validation, but to simply share the love and wisdom that flows through you. Service without expectation is a radical act. It challenges everything the world has taught you about success, about worthiness, about getting something in return. It asks you to give freely, without strings, without the need for recognition or reward. When you truly step into this space, you begin to understand that the act of giving is not only a gift to others, it's a gift to yourself. It's in this selfless act of service that you find the deepest fulfillment, because you are aligned with the highest truth. that the universe is a constant flow, and when you give, you receive in ways far beyond your comprehension. And in this act of service, there is a profound shift. You stop seeing people as separate from you. You no longer view others through the lens of what you can get from them. Instead, you see them as extensions of your own being. You recognize that to help one is to help all. The sixth step is about dissolving the barriers that once kept you isolated and embracing the truth that we are all connected. Every person you help, every life you touch, adds to the collective healing of the world. The beauty of service without expectation is that it's not just about grand gestures. It's about the small, everyday acts of kindness, compassion, and generosity that you offer without the need for acknowledgement. It's the smile you give to a stranger, the listening ear you offer to a friend, the wisdom you share without seeking anything in return. Every act of service, no matter how small, is a contribution to the global awakening. It's a ripple that reverberates through the fabric of existence, creating change far beyond what you can see. In the end, it's not the grand achievements that matter most. It's the love you give freely, the kindness you offer without condition, the wisdom you share with an open heart. This is what makes you a true agent of change. This is what makes you part of the global transformation. Because when you serve without expectation, you create space for others to do the same. You become a beacon of what is possible when we all come together to heal, to grow, and to evolve as one. How does this section feel in terms of conveying the selfless nature of service and its importance in the collective awakening? If you're ready to take the next step in your spiritual journey, remember, it's not just about awakening, but about creating a ripple of transformation in the world. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video if it resonated with you.